Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about quiet hiring. Did you even know that was a thing? A couple of months back, I made a video called Quiet Quitting, but I didn't talk about quiet hiring. Quiet hiring is when employers are getting pre-existing employees within their company and giving them additional responsibilities. This helps because you don't have to hire an outside source, train them on the lingo, the language, processes, and such. You just get someone who's already working for you. And I believe right now, quiet hiring, this concept is enraging a lot of people. It's making people think, these damn employers, look at them, trying to take advantage of their resources. Don't they understand that a lot of these employees have their own lives? And I believe people are completely justified in regards to that anger. But on the flip side, I believe there's a lot of upside as well. And let me just take it back a couple of levels. A couple of months back, I was doing this one interview with this gentleman who was talking about how to be a professional, how to use content creation in order to get your knowledge and help other people with it. It was a very riveting interview. Then around the end, this gentleman said, well, Armani, I'm hoping the best for the ArmaniTalks business. I hope a lot more people are eventually going to be hired under the ArmaniTalks business. So you have tons and tons of people working for you. And that's when I quickly let this interviewer know, that's not my goal. I don't think that's a measurement of success. I think that's a measurement of failure, especially for a company that distributes content. And when I brought that up, he was just like, what? I think what happened is that a lot of people are taking industrial age concepts and trying to bring it into the information age world. If you have a lot of people working for you, chances are, with an information business, that is, not with an industrial age-based business that requires more physical goods. I'm talking more about content. If you have a lot of people working for you, then chances are you're not using artificial intelligence correctly, or chances are you're selling yourself short. There's certain tasks you should be doing rather than quickly hiring other people to do. And this isn't a new concept by any means. There's this one jeans company that sells high-end jeans to roughly, I would say 500 people a year. And it's a highly lean business, which keeps the politics out, which allows for more creativity and refining pre-existing processes and keeping the customers happy. So when I was breaking it down to this gentleman, he was just like, oh, I see. So with information businesses, you're saying lean is in, right? Lean is in. Just like with bodybuilding, a lot of people aren't trying to get all bulked up. They're trying to have a nice physique. They're trying to be lean. And right now, a lot of businesses don't need to be so bulked up. They need to be lean. So when I brought it up like that, that's when I started to understand the concept of quiet hiring. Why do you need so many different positions? Because anytime you're adding in all these different positions, what happens is that it leads to more infighting. You see? So I talked about why people can be enraged by quiet hiring. It's because you're now being given responsibilities that you initially didn't ask for. However, I said there was an upside. I believe the upside is there if you are highly ambitious. Because before, in order to get more opportunities in your job, what you had to do was you actually had to make a career transition. When I was working in this one Fortune 500 company, I was an engineer. But if I wanted to learn anything about business, what would happen is that I actually had to try my best to apply for a business role. The concept of an engineer learning business while still being an engineer was not a concept back then. And I could understand it because these companies were so bulky. But nowadays, as companies are getting leaner and smaller, me as an engineer asking, hey, I'm very ambitious, I want to learn about business. These managers are quickly going to be like, wait, really? Because these managers are trying to do quiet hiring and I'm trying to learn more. So quiet hiring is great if you have ambition and you want to holistically learn the company. You don't just want to be one of these guys that's coding and just coding. That's it. And you start to have this snarky attitude towards other people where you're like, well, I know coding. What can the business people possibly teach me? You don't have that mindset. You're one of those guys who's like, I want to understand this company from a 360 lens. And by understanding it from a 360 lens, I realized that I could become an intrapreneur. An entrepreneur starts their own business. An intrapreneur treats their job as the business. Mind you, 9 out of 10 people are hearing what I'm saying right now, and they're like, hey, get this guy. This guy is one of these guys that's empathizing with these employers. This guy sucks. But one guy who has the entrepreneur mindset that's watching this video is going to be like, wait a minute, quiet hiring is actually a good thing for me. I could get a 360 view of this business, and the person who knows the most often rises the fastest. How about I do that? So I think that quiet hiring is bad and good. I think it's bad because a lot of people that are working in your company are not trying to center themselves around your company. They got their own lives. They want to get married, they want to have kids, they want to travel the world and such. But every now and then, 1 out of 10 people want to rise in the company, and they want to do it in an efficient way. And I believe for these groups of people, quiet hiring is low-key a really good concept, and it's a concept that's going to allow them to get the bird's eye view. So go on and drop that like for me on this video, whether you agree with it or not, and I will catch you on the next episode. Thank you.